Long before humans walked this earth, the planet belonged to giants, creatures of immense power, ruling landscapes untouched by time. 95 million years ago, giants ruled a world we can barely imagine, a time when size meant survival and power determined everything. These lands belonged to hunters built on a scale the modern world has never seen, predators whose very footsteps shaped the earth beneath them. Death in this world was never a private affair. Every fallen giant became a prize worth fighting for, drawing predators from across the territory. This was Majungasaurus, a hunter whose short, powerful skull was built not for slicing flesh, but for crushing bone and gripping prey that fought back. Unlike blade-toothed hunters that slashed and bled their prey, this predator's strategy was grip and power, a bite that could hold and crush. But when another arrived, the rules changed. This was no longer about feeding. It became a test of dominance and survival. The fight was brutal and desperate. For giants like these, even small injuries could mean slow death from infection or starvation. The bones remember. Bite marks found on fossilized remains matched only one predator in this region, proof that Majungasaurus hunted its own kind. Cannibalism may seem shocking, but it reveals a truth unchanged across millions of years. The strongest exploit every advantage to survive. But predators were not just killers. Some showed behaviors we see today, instincts that began long before birds took to the skies. In hidden places, giants sat guard over fragile beginnings, protecting eggs from a world filled with threats. This was Gigantoraptor, too large to flee, too devoted to abandon what it had created. Nests drew predators of all sizes. Eggs meant easy food for those fast or clever enough to seize them. The defense was fierce and immediate. Abandoning the nest meant losing everything. This instinct survived. Today's birds still guard their nests with the same ancient devotion. Some fossils tell complete stories. Adults died protecting their young, frozen in their final act. Rivers held different dangers. Here, another giant had mastered a realm most predators avoided. Spinosaurus ruled these waters, a predator built for hunting where others could not follow. Its nostrils sat high, allowing it to breathe while nearly submerged, an adaptation perfected over millions of years. The rivers filled with giant fish during breeding season, an opportunity too valuable to ignore. Its conical teeth gripped rather than sliced, perfect for holding struggling prey beneath the water. Hidden sensors lined its snout, detecting pressure changes, allowing it to hunt without seeing its prey. This strategy survived. Modern crocodiles hunt with the same patience and invisible precision. But leaving the water meant entering another predator's territory, one built for land, not rivers. Carcharodontosaurus was a killer built for land. Shorter, more agile, with teeth designed to tear flesh. Size alone did not guarantee victory. On land, speed and bite force could tip the balance. The fight was savage but short. For giants, every wound risked infection or death. The bones reveal the truth. This vertebra was bitten nearly in half by its rival's jaws. This rivalry plays out still. Predators have always fought for food and territory. This time, it survived. But the balance between these titans was never certain. For millions of years, Spinosaurus thrived in these wetlands, perfectly adapted to a world of water. But the world was changing. Forces beyond any predator's control were already in motion. 94 million years ago, sea levels began to rise across the globe. The rivers and swamps that Spinosaurus depended on slowly vanished beneath the sea. Specialization had made it supreme. Now that same specialization became a fatal vulnerability. It could not adapt to open land. It could not hunt what the new world offered. The largest predator ever to walk the earth simply had nowhere left to go. And then, silence. The rivers remembered, but the giant was gone. Life moved on, the world filled with new forms, new strategies, new rulers. Only bones remain, silent witnesses to power that once seemed unbreakable. Each fragment tells us they were real, giants that lived, hunted, fought, and fell. Giants still walk the earth, but they too exist at the mercy of a changing world. The patterns repeat. Dominance is never permanent when the world itself shifts. The Cretaceous ended not with battles, but with silence, a world transformed beyond recognition. 66 million years ago, even survival's rules were rewritten in an instant. The oceans that claimed their world still roll on, indifferent to what lies beneath. Yet something survived. The smallest cousins of giants still sing in the trees above us. We study their remains not just to understand them, but to learn what time teaches every living thing. The earth endures, but those who rule it must remember, power fades when the world changes. Even the mightiest fall. In nature's long memory, survival belongs not to the strongest, but to those who can change.